Some players in NBA history had great careers, but only a few reached a level so high that they were simply unstoppable. These peaks weren't just about stats. They were about sheer dominance. The kind that left opponents helpless, changed the way the game was played, and defined entire eras. From transcendent scorers to defensive juggernauts, these players reached a level that few have ever touched. Let's take a deep dive into the greatest peaks in NBA history. Moments when players were at their absolute best and changed the game forever. 1. Michael Jordan, 1990 to 1998. The undisputed king. Some players dominate, but Michael Jordan owned the NBA. From the moment he entered the league in 1984, he was a scoring machine, but his true peak came between 1990 and 1998. This was the era of 6 championships, 5 MVPs, and a level of competitive fire never seen before or since. What made him unstoppable? Jordan's athleticism, footwork, and skill made him impossible to guard. His mid-range game was automatic, his ability to finish at the rim unmatched, and his defensive intensity relentless. He wasn't just a scorer, he was a leader, a clutch performer, and a force of nature. Signature moment, 1998 NBA Finals, the last shot. With the game on the line and the Bulls needing a bucket to clinch their 6th championship, Jordan delivered one of the most iconic moments in basketball history, a cold-blooded game winner over Brian Russell. That moment wasn't just a shot, it was the perfect ending to a legendary run. 2. LeBron James, 2012 to 2020. The all-around dominator. No player has ever combined size, skill, and basketball IQ like LeBron James. He entered the league as the most hyped prospect of all time. And somehow, he exceeded expectations. His true peak began in 2012, when he became the most complete player in the game. What made him unstoppable? At 6 feet 9 inches and 250 pounds, LeBron was a freight train in transition, a playmaker who could see the game 3 steps ahead, and an elite defender who could guard all 5 positions. He could score at will, but his ability to elevate his teammates made him even more dangerous. Signature moment, 2016 NBA Finals. The block down 3-1 in the NBA Finals against a 73-win Golden State Warriors team, LeBron led the Cavaliers to an improbable comeback. His chase-down block on Andre Iguodala in Game 7 remains one of the most clutch defensive plays ever. That Finals performance cemented his place in history. 3. Shaquille O'Neal, 1999 to 2002. The most dominant force ever. If basketball had a cheat code, it would be Shaquille O'Neal in his prime. At 7 feet 1 inch and 325 pounds, Shaq wasn't just big. He was unstoppable. His peak from 1999 to 2002 saw him win 3 straight championships with the Lakers, bullying every opponent in his path. What made him unstoppable? No one could match his combination of size, strength, and footwork. He could overpower defenders in the paint, finish with finesse, and was an underrated passer. Double-teaming him rarely worked, and single coverage was a death sentence. Signature moment, 2000 NBA Finals. Total domination, Shaq averaged 38 points and 16 rebounds per game in the 2000 finals against the Pacers, completely overwhelming the competition. His presence was so dominant that teams had to change their entire defensive schemes just to slow him down. 4. Stephen Curry, 2015 to 2022. The three-point revolution. Before Stephen Curry, the three-pointer was a valuable weapon. After Stephen Curry, it became the game itself. From 2015 onward, he didn't just shoot threes. He redefined basketball, making deep-range shots a primary offensive weapon. What made him unstoppable? Curry had unlimited range, lightning-quick handles, and an off-ball movement that made him a nightmare to guard. His ability to shoot off the dribble, off screens, or from 30-plus feet forced defenses to stretch in ways they never had before. Signature moment, 2016 MVP season. The 402 three-pointer explosion. Curry became the first player to hit over 400 three-pointers in a single season, leading the Warriors to a record-breaking 73-9 season. His shooting made defenses obsolete, and his influence changed how the NBA was played. 5. Wilt Chamberlain, 1961 to 1967, the record machine. Wilt Chamberlain's stats don't even seem real. He once scored 100 points in a game. He averaged 50.4 points per game for an entire season. His dominance in the 1960s forced rule changes just to make the game fairer. What made him unstoppable? Wilt was a physical marvel, 7 feet 1 inch with track star athleticism. He was stronger than anyone, faster than most guards, and had an unstoppable fadeaway jumper. He led the league in scoring, rebounding, and even assists, proving he could do anything. Signature moment, 100-point game, 1962. In 1962, Wilt dropped a 100-point game against the New York Knicks, a record that still stands today. No player has come close to matching his sheer statistical dominance. Conclusion: peaks that shaped the NBA. Each of these players reached a level that seemed impossible at the time. Jordan was the ultimate competitor. LeBron was the ultimate all-around force. Shaq was the most physically dominant. Curry changed the way the game is played, and Wilt rewrote the record books. The NBA continues to evolve, but these peaks remained legendary. Who do you think had the most unstoppable prime? Let us know in the comments.